Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Drama Friday. It's Drama Friday. How are you all? Have you had a good week? I've had a very good week. I've had a busy week. So for those of you wondering, where the hell were you on Wednesday? I got a visit from the son before he's flying off to Zermatt for a gig. He goes to Zermatt, which is in Switzerland, once or twice a year, around about this time. With his band, so he has a whale of a time. So it's like, oh mum, I thought I might pop in tonight. Oh, all right then. So that's what happened. How is everybody? I hope you've all had a good week. Hey Bali, nice to see you. Right, so Edna, I need to giggle today. You do this the best for me. Oh, that's nice. That's lovely. Hey, Edna. Hello, darling. And we got Bridge ready to come up because, listen, when Bridge comes up, we got a lot to talk about, which I kind of suspect that Edna hasn't got a clue about. So let's get Edna up anyway, see what she's been up to, see what's been occurring in her part of the world. So let's get you up. Hey, nice to see you. It's me, Em. Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. So tonight, do you know what, guys? I'm feeling all sort of fuzzy and warm because I just watched a video of a police dog that found a little 3-year-old boy. Little 3-year-old boy had gone sort of wandering off into the bracken in the beyond his house in sort of America somewhere, and this police dog found him. So I'm feeling really, I like that. Hey Edna, how are you?
Hello, happy Friday. This week
Happy
has
Friday.
been
It's Drama
a lot.
Friday.
I'm
How
happy
the hell
for
are you?
Drama Friday. Hey,
Oh, you saw it as well,
I
did you,
am
Em?
good. Let's
Oh,
see.
If you haven't been before,
So what?
Edna is like in a little world of her own, but she's very welcome here. She sort of has her little chats on her own, which normally has nothing to do with what we're talking
I
about, but
promise
we
you.
love her
Look,
nonetheless.
Jen,
Right,
stop.
Edna,
I'm sober now.
what? What are
I
you
said
talking about,
stop. I'm
darling?
sober now.
Okay, okay.
Uh, no, I was just
So,
yeah.
what have you done this week? Anything you can share with us?
Oh, I reviewed a politician's taxes. That was like the highlight of my work week.
Exciting.
Oh,
Or what? Exciting. So have you not been online at
you
all? You've
right?
not sort of been
Because
like
everybody's looking
watching
for Trump's
any
taxes.
drama?
No, not online. I mean, Booty's back. What are we talking about? Yo Mama, I saw that. I was hot, but Yo Mama just released a video. It's members only, and he sampled Tina Turner. It's actually, I thought it was funny.
Oh, was
But you
it?
probably would like.
Was it? Was it really? I
He
thought
shot.
we could
He did
possibly.
a little shout
I,
out.
I thought we could possibly.
He said bridge.
Oh, you like my
Sorry, Jen.
Peter videos? Yeah, I've got one coming up. I haven't done it yet, but I've got one. He's the next one I need to do on. Uh, do one on. So yeah, hopefully I'll get that done over the weekend at some point. Um, so yeah, I enjoy doing my Peter videos, but it's so difficult because he's so boring. Oh my god. He's so boring. I just ah.
Is he back
So
home? Because
anyway,
he was
what
on
I thought
vacation, right?
he's been on location and
Mm-hmm.
vlogged. I do not lie. He vlogged from the hotel the whole time. The whole time. You never see him out
People
and
do.
about. You never see him at the beach. You never see anything. All you see is him stuck on the balcony that he insisted on calling a patio. I mean, come on, mister. Sort yourself out. So what I thought we'd do before Bridge comes up, because once Bridge comes up, I think we're definitely going to be talking about the slow one and yeah, a couple of other things.
Okay.
So before she comes up, let's have a look at this, which is um my channel. Oh yeah. Anyway, no, the reason I wanted to look at this is because I want to show some of the things that I've sort of been talking about. Did you, Edna, did you see
Yes.
the video of Slomama on the roller coaster? Did you see that
Yes.
when he got
I
lost?
think
When it
you know what? I think you had a bit of a valid point when it comes to him, um, seemingly not consoling or kind of like trying to, calm the children. Because when he was talking about being stuck on the ride and suing and stuff, I'm I'm thinking, is everything okay? What's really going on?
I know. And also, he was actually saying that he was scared. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared. And I'm like, well, what are you on there on your own? I mean, what's happening? But anyway, I want to save that for when Bridge comes up.
Right.
But in the
Okay.
meantime, because we've got a Peter fan, let's show you a bit of Peter in Miami. Right. Okay, so we've got Peter whining just for a change. He doesn't whine very much, but here we go. Okay, let's move up to 12 minutes. Let's see if he gets back on track.
Di. Okay, I did. I love Princess Di. Camilla, I mean, she was just waiting. What's she, queen consort or something like that? She queen nothing is what she is. She's queen of nothing. First of all, I'm so confused about this stuff. So can we joke about it, or can we speculate about it? Can we speculate about conspiracies and all this?
I do have to say, okay, as a Brit, it does heckle me a little bit when, especially Americans, talk about our royal family. It shouldn't really, but it does. So, and especially when it's somebody like this, especially when it's someone like Peter.
This kind of stuff.
You can do whatever you like, but I'd prefer you didn't wear that awful top. Princess have to do with James Charles. Okay, let's move up to 12 minutes. Let's see if he gets back on track.
Di, okay, I did. I love Princess Di. Camilla, I mean, she was just waiting. What's she, queen consort or something like that? She queen nothing is what she is.
Let me tell you a story. I remember when Diana died. And the main reason I remember it is because I had. Did I just have the girls? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I went to watch her funeral car come in. Well, I watched when the coffin flew into Northolt, which was where I used to live in London, and then it was taken from the plane and put into the back of a hearse and then driven through the streets on its way to its resting place. I actually watched it with a whole throng of other weeping people. So she really does hold something quite, yeah. I mean, I was never, I'm not really a royalist. I like the royals, but I'm not a royalist. But when something like that happens to a young woman, it was horrendous. And I had a couple of my kids with me. I think it was just the girls I had with me. And we watched as the coffin drove really slowly up the road. And yeah, it was quite a spectacle. And the coffin was draped in the Union Jack. And yeah, it's something I will never ever forget. I must ask my kids actually if they still remember it. Yeah, that'd be interesting. So anyway, so hearing this fan flapping idiot talking about Diana, yeah, I don't like it. Just stop it.
Queen of that, then. First of all, I'm so confused about this stuff. So can we joke about it, or can we speculate about it? Can we speculate about conspiracies and all this kind of stuff?
You can do whatever you like, but I'd prefer you didn't wear that awful top. Okay, we've already seen that now, haven't we? So
Okay,
I'm only
yeah.
playing this because oh, may I say, because we've got a young lady who's come in from who is a Peter watcher. That's why I'm showing this. But I also want to show some of the clown show, which is who we're going to be talking about a bit later when Bridge comes on. Right. Hi Bali. How
Hi,
are you?
Bali. I
I hope
caught a
you're
bit
well.
of Bali stream. Sorry.
Go on.
I was just saying I caught a bit of Bally's live earlier. She was painting. It was nice. I didn't know she was an artist.
Oh, what was she painting? What were you
Uh,
painting? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I do it, Bali. I used to do it a few years ago. But I stopped doing it for a while. He got quite toxic and set his wolf pack after me and told a whole pack of lies. So I stopped doing it for a while and moved on to other content. But I've restarted doing it again because he is just such a fool. And it's something I enjoy doing. Yeah. Anyway, so here we've got another clown. Okay, let's have a look at this. Let's go. Oh, hang on.
We get I didn't know white people can give passes away for like in the end with the hard R. I didn't know y'all could give the passes But go ahead though. Talk to me. I'm learning something every day.
And that's the problem. You don't learn anything. You sit there having batteries put in your back by your chat. It's
He
plain to
has no
see.
idea, Jan. He
So
doesn't see it.
he doesn't, does he?
No, he thinks he's the king. He thinks he's the ruler, and he's more like a what do you call it? A marionette who's dancing on the strings.
Yeah, absolutely, isn't he? Hi,
Mhm.
Squish Squish. How are you? I hope you're well. Um, right. If you don't come in and show respect, then you're not welcome. I was there, and I actually saw the coffin. Okay, so just scamper back to your hussy shed or wherever it is you congregate.
Is that the
If you
David?
don't show respect in here, you will be booted. That's your first and only warning. Okay? I saw that coffin come in. All right? So off you go. Go and watch the hustler going out tonight. Okay. I gave you one chance and now you're blocked. There you go. There you go. Just what you wanted. Right. Let's see. Background. Oh, background for putting kitty paw prints on it.
Oh,
Oh,
so cute.
oh,
Yeah.
nice to see
I
you
was looking
too.
at
Nice to see you too, Em. Thank you, darling.
yeah, thanks for
Um,
dropping by.
right, okay. Did I say, hang on one sec. Did you see your mama, what? Like a clown? And
Dressed
then,
like a clown.
yeah, yeah. Yes, exactly. Listen, Barley, he's been chasing clout for a long, long time and he's not going to get it. He's got his little group around him who like to see him perform. But yeah, he's not going to get any more people in than he's already got because he's just
I
like
want to know
a one-trick
who
pony.
does he think he sorry.
Yeah, go on, darling.
I'm just fired up because I'm like, who does he think he is to come in here and tell people? Like, I don't know. I'm just thinking about him reacting to the narc alert, and it's like I watched the narc alert, and I know she's going through a lot and everything. Who is he to sit up there and like pick at her?
Who did?
Mind your business.
Who
He
did your
did. That's who
mama?
he was. Yo, your mama was dressed like the narc alert. That's who he was making fun of.
Oh, is that who he was supposed to be? I thought it was a very
Yeah.
I thought it was a very poor impression of Tina Turner.
Listen, Jan, I don't let's not do but let's put some respect on Tina's name. She is a St. Louis icon. We do not need her affiliated with Girl World or Yo Mama
No,
in any way. Thank you.
exactly. Exactly. But anyway, let him carry on with his clown show. Hurry up, Bridge,
Mhm.
because there's a few things we want to go over. Right, okay, let's see. Look at the way he act. Do you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of
What?
one of those little you know, years ago you used to get those toys that had like the thing in the back, the key in the back that you wound them up. He's like that.
Right.
I think
You
I've
just
wound
twist it
him
and
up
it goes
so he
off.
goes on screen. Definitely.
What?
She's clown.
Mhm.
Fuck the benefit of the doubt. Fucking nigga, right? Y'all giving benefits of the doubt. We get. I didn't know white people can give passes away for liking the N with the hard R. I didn't know y'all could give.
What I also learnt yesterday, for those of you that didn't realise, I was on a panel with this twat yesterday, and what I didn't realise was that he quite blatantly lies And I think because I'm not a liar, I'm always somewhat shocked when somebody lies. Are you like that, Edna?
Mm.
I'm always like, what?
What did he lie about? I don't
Oh,
remember
he lied
exactly.
about so many things. And I do pull
Mm.
him up on it. But yeah, I mean, I watched it back today and I thought, my God, the way he lies is just no wonder he gets on with Hussey. I tell you, no wonder. Two peas in a pod.
Mhm.
So let's move up to the next one. Oh, this is the one of Hussey coming in and only me, but also people that are in my chat. I'm sure the lawyers will love to see that. And that's one of the reasons I won't bar you from speaking here, because you're such a fool. You don't realize what you're doing. So you just carry on. You just carry on. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what he's trying to do. And he does it in a way that manipulates his audience. I'd like to say he's clever doing it, but yeah, he's trolling. He is
But
insane.
you can't.
He is insane. But
He
yeah.
seemed like he was serious about his lawyer sending you something or being able to do something. I don't know.
Oh, I don't give a toss. I will keep doing it, Hussey, I'm sure. Right, let me look in chat here. What did he lie about? Jam, be specific. One thing he lied about was that there were no people at the pool. When Hussey was there. Another thing he lied about was that I'm trying to link calling Hussey a predator to him being at the said pool, or also talking about him. So he's trying to say that I'm now going to call him a predator. There were several things. I will probably play it in a little while, but just so that he's aware, I do actually have proof that there were people at the pool, and here it is. So what I'm going to do is get rid of that and put us down. Where shall we go, Edna? Shall we go there? Yeah. Okay. This is the picture.
In the middle
That
of the pool.
let's put you. Where should we go,
No, that's
Edna?
okay. I like to swim. Oh,
There. Okay.
hanging from the railing. I'm up for a swim.
Oh dear. No, I wasn't calling him a predator. No, I don't know, but that's what he's trying to say, but that's all bullshit. I wasn't calling him a predator at all. And as I tried to explain on the live stream, I called Hussey a predator because of his predatory behavior towards people on his YouTube channel. Not because he was at this swimming pool taking pictures. This is the actual picture, okay, that I got a screenshot of, as you can see down here. Screenshot taken from Hussey's live stream. And if I take this away, you'll be able to see that it actually says New York City Walk and Talk. That's what he called it. So, as I said, I'm not a liar. When I said that there were people at the pool, there were people at the pool. So I think YOMAMA owes me an apology. So what do you think? Do you think I'll get an apology?
No. I think
No.
he's gonna think he's too. The thing is, for someone that punches down, it's kind of interesting. But no, I think he's probably gonna end up putting you in a category with like Valley, where it's like he doesn't.
He can
He's
put me
probably just gonna
wherever
ignore it.
he can put me wherever he wants. I don't give a toss. If I worried about people like him, then it would be a very sad life for me. And it's not. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I actually categorize him in the same category as Hussey now, and I didn't before, but I definitely do now. So, and as usual, he got it all wrong in the things that he was saying yesterday about. Oh, and there was nobody at the pool. You know, Jan just phones up people because he was filming in a park. No, he wasn't filming in a park. He was filming at a bloody swimming pool, and this is the proof of it. Let's see what chat has to say. To call YOMAMA a predator. No, I wasn't. But I think that's what he wants to run with. You can barely see the people at the pool. Yes, that's why I've circled them. If you look closely, I mean, I'm on a Mac, okay, which is 27-inch. So I can see, oh God, I could actually count them all. But I've made it easier for people that are difficult, that find it difficult to see, to actually show the people there. So we've got at least 2, 3 on the left-hand side. We've got another 3 there. We've got a little one there, followed by another little one. We've got 3 here. We've got 1, 2. It looks like possibly 4 there. We've got 1 there, and that's probably the lifeguard over there. So, yeah. So yeah, let's see what YOMAMA has to say about that. I have to say, what did he do a song on me today? Did you say, Edna?
He did.
Oh,
He sampled Tina Turner's "What's Love Got to Do with It," but he said, "What's facts got to do with it?"
oh God. Well, I'm not even going to bother watching that, because if it's anything like his other ones, then yeah. I mean, the man needs to realise he can't sing. He needs to stop trying to sing, you know. No, you can't
I mean,
sing,
I
man.
get it. He's just having fun online, so I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, but people have to listen to it. For goodness sake. Right. Okay. So let's see what's in the chat. You can barely see the bit. Okay. I hope you realise there are. I don't think Hussey is a predator. Those are strong words I don't play around with. You're entitled to your opinion, though. Yeah, absolutely. When I've used, what's that video? There's that video I did where I explained why I call him a predator. I've done it more than once, actually. Just for people that don't seem to understand that there are different connotations to the word. I don't like to think of the other connotation. I understand if people think that by me showing this would back my thoughts of him being a predator. I would need more than that, but I would still say that it's unacceptable, totally unacceptable behaviour that he did that day. So let me see, which one was it that I did where I explained why I call him a predator? Right, okay, where are we? I'm looking, guys. Is it that one? The expose? Right, let's see. Oh no, that's
Oh,
okay.
Sky has a good question
What's that?
in the chat.
Edna,
It said,
you
"I like
can
to ask
answer,
Hussey."
darling. You can answer. No, Edna's disappeared.
No, I'm here.
There was a bunch
I
of
was just
kids there. Do you think that calling someone like Hussey a predator insinuates they are a sexual predator? If people want to read that into it, and that's one of the reasons why I did explain why I use that word. Okay. The fact that I also knew that he'd been at the swimming pool that day, yeah, people are going to question it. Of course they are. But, I just put the truth out there. Yes. Right, okay. Isn't isn't the point that he was invading people's privacy at the pool? How are they invading privacy when you can't see anything? No, I didn't get that. How are they invading privacy when you can't see anything? You can't have a 50-year-old man sat at the swimming pool filming, doing a live stream. That's a no-no. That's just 100% a no-no. I don't care what reasons he's given for it or anything. That is a no-no.
Well, why do you think
Um,
it's a no-no? Because
wh-
obviously Husky wasn't aware.
what did you say? Why do I think it's a no-no?
Yeah, why
What
do
do
you
you?
think filming at the pool is a no-no? I mean, to be honest with you, I
Oh
wouldn't.
my God, Edna.
I mean,
Seriously?
seriously.
Oh
Why?
my God.
Can you explain it, please, por
Yeah, I
favor?
can. Um, why you have to ask yourself, why would a 50-year-old man be filming at a swimming pool where he's got no intentions of going swimming and he's sat there pointing the camera at the pool, not at himself? That is not acceptable behavior, Edna. That is not acceptable behavior.
But I think he would argue that, like, why is it unacceptable when he is pointing the camera just at himself?
If he was just pointing the camera at himself, it's still questionable why he would be there. But to actually not point it, point it at himself and just be filming people at a swimming pool, you just can't do that. Edna, do you know
Oh, okay.
that even at sports days, members of children's families are not allowed to film anymore at sports day?
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. So what's that one? You've done it more than once, Jan. So I truly believe that you believe he is one. As I said, when I didn't use the word when I was talking, when I was explaining why I believe he's a predator. I wasn't using it in the term of an sex predator. Okay. It's up to people to make up their own minds if they think it's acceptable for him to be filming like this. Now, obviously, someone like Edna believes it's perfectly fine. I don't. I think it's awful.
I don't think it's okay to film people without their consent, but I don't know if he's at a public place. Well, I don't know if this is considered public because it's at a pool. But in certain just circumstances nowadays, I mean I don't have any, like, I expect to be filmed when I go outside. There's cameras everywhere.
Right. So if you were in a swimming pool, right, with your young nephew and nieces, because I know you haven't got children, if you were in a swimming pool, an outdoor swimming pool, and you saw somebody that looked like Hussey sat just outside the swimming pool filming you and filming all the other people at the pool, what would you think? Would you think that that was okay?
Um, I don't know, probably not. But I don't know if I don't know. That's interesting.
Okay, hang on. I'm trying to find
I
this
hear what you're
video.
saying.
I don't know which video I did. Where yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to say, Edna, you do surprise me sometimes.
Mhm.
Um,
You know what? I'm not. I get what you're saying though, Jan. And
I cannot
I
believe
mean,
that
yeah,
you actually
yeah.
think that that is acceptable. I'm sorry, darling. No, no. I mean, nowadays, especially nowadays, you just
Mhm.
can't. I mean, I go to watch my grandkids' sports day at school, and nobody's allowed a camera. and you're not allowed to
Oh,
film the races like you used to be able to do. You can only film
really?
your child. You can only take pictures of your child.
I mean,
So
I know people have bad intentions, but I don't know. I didn't get that from Hudsie, or I mean, like from what I know of the situation. Like I wasn't there, but or I wasn't watching this live.
right, I need to find this video because I can't find it, and I don't know what I would have blooming called it. Let me see if I've got it on let's see if I can do it this way. If you can talk to people in the chat while I look for this, it'd be
Okay,
really
cool.
handy.
So let's see here. Sammy Sam says, were they filming other people and their children, or were they filming things in the pool and the people in the background having to get in the way?
Uh,
That's a good question.
no, he was sat there saying, "Oh, I really love to go in the pool," and blah de blah de blah. And I think the biggest red flag for me was when he started sort of intimating that he planned to go swimming, and he was saying, "Oh, I might come back later to go swimming." And I thought, "Oh,
Mhm.
okay, fair enough." And then I thought, "Well, why are you there if you know you didn't have your swimming trunks?" And, he lied to the guy that came and asked him, whether he was filming or not. And I'm
Wait,
like,
okay. So
"This
there's nothing to,
this
yeah.
doesn't sound right to me.
I
No."
mean, him just being there, I think maybe he just wanted to take a walk, get out the house, film some content, as a live, whatever. People go out just walking and filming and everything. But I mean, I do understand what you're saying, where you have
I'm
children in
actually
bathing suits at the pool. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, all right. Let me
It
see if this
it
will
could
play
definitely.
for you. Let me
Okay.
see if this will play for you. Right, let's present this. Right, and see if it'll work. Okay. Now let's see if we can make this a bit bigger. Right, okay. Yeah, no, they weren't filming no. So you're not sure about his intent? No, I'm not sure about his intent, but just feeling that, I take my grandchildren swimming and there's an open air pool, where I take them, and, I can just imagine if there was a guy that came along and was just sat there on a bench filming, I tell you, he'd be in the deep end of the pool before he could say, "Good morning." Do you know what I mean? No way, Jose.
Yeah.
No way. And in fact, a lot of our pools now, well, that pool in particular is very closed in, so that he wouldn't even get anywhere
Mhm.
near it. So anyway, let me play this. And I don't know if it's got a sound on it, but anyway, here we go. Right, okay. Is that working? Yeah.
Okay. I'm not hearing any sound.
No, there isn't any sound on it. But this is right, okay. I wanted to explain why I call him a predator. Okay. So he
But wait, Jen,
uh
is this a doc having his name up there? Is that his real name?
yeah, he's always got he's doxed himself 1,000 times over.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. He's doxed himself over and over again. He's so stupid. Right, okay. Right. So I was talking about parasocial relationships. Okay. When his subscribers no longer support him, he publicly intimidates them. And we're talking about D. Higgins, and we're talking about this Sherry. And what he'll do is he'll then twist it to make it seem like that other person is obsessed. And this is what I mean
Mhm.
about preying on people. Okay, he'll only do it to certain people that support him. And then he publicly intimidates them by sharing previous personal what did I put there? Correspondence. That's what he does.
Yeah, that's not cool.
No, it isn't. Right. So here again, I put he chooses women he deems to be vulnerable, gullible, and easy to manipulate. Quickly and surreptitiously, he forms friendships with these women. Using begging, sympathy tactics, he fools his supporters to financially reward him. His new friends, in inverted commas, are happy to do so. This behaviour can only be described as predatory. And here, I don't know who that is. Oh yeah, no, this is a letter from Sherry who was explaining to him. I don't know. I do enjoy my new friends. Hattie, when you cover tragic and you talk about money I spend or don't spend, I've been sent clips by a friend. You also make fun of me, calling me fat, and my photos are heavily filtered. If I run them through a phone app, yes, it has a filter. You know better, Hussy. Like I said, we were Facebook friends. I'd have to go through photos and pick one out. Anyway, so this is what he does, and this is exactly what he did to Dee Higgins as well, and God knows who else as well. But that's why I call that behaviour predatory. Let me see if I actually... I thought there was a bit... Yeah, Hussey encourages parasocial relationships with his supporters. Okay, all right. Let's see. Chooses gullible women. Yeah, it can only be described as predatory, which is a fact. Right, and here I actually put down what predation means. Okay, it's it's an act of preying on someone or something, especially when you're talking about animals. Okay, nature shows can be hard to watch when they show the predation of an animal on a smaller, cuter animal. So, predation is the act of being a predator, catching and attacking. The noun predation is most commonly used to talk about groups like pirates or marauders who prey on innocent people. Okay. Plundering. Yeah, okay. So, definition of the word predatory: seeking to exploit others. Similar words to describe a predator's behavior is destroyer, devourer, greedy, and exploitative. And that's exactly what Hussey is. He is all of these people. All of them, 100%. Now, that's without me even going into the swimming pool thing. I don't want to go into that because that disgusts me. I don't need to go into that. It's bad enough that he shows predatory behavior on his channel.
Okay.
And, I would quite happily take him to court if he said that I was slandering him for that, because I know for a fact that that's what he does on his channel. So, and that, it's this story of the swimming pool just sort of runs alongside it. If people want to think that I'm calling him a sex predator, then you can think that. I don't know. I don't want to know. I really don't want to know, because the man sickens me.
Right.
So, yeah. And yeah. So I don't need to go down that way. I mean, I've seen the way he reacts to men. I've seen him when he used the. I tell you what, he's so lucky he's lost all those channels because there was so many problematic things that happened on those walks when he would always sit
Mm.
there filming young men playing basketball and making disgusting comments to them or about them. So, yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you, Sky. Sherry just needs to ignore him because it doesn't do. Yeah, he just uses it for content. Exactly. Exactly. And I wasn't going to talk about him tonight. I was going to show this mainly to for Yo Mama. But Hussey, for me, is no, he just makes my skin crawl. And as I said, I don't want to think about what else goes on in his sick mind. All I know is that he uses his channel to prey on people. That's it. That's all I need to say. So I don't know whether what's the time? Don't know where Bridge is. Hey, Capone. How you doing,
Hi,
darling?
Capone.
So let's get this evidence off here and go back to that. Go back to that. I think it's much more attractive, isn't it? I can't find us though. Where are we? We've lost ourselves. There we are.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, there we are.
So yeah, I feel very strongly about certain types of people, especially you know when they're blatantly showing who they really are. I wish I didn't feel so strongly about it, but I do, and I will never back down from what I say about people that I've witnessed for myself. You know, if I hadn't have witnessed those live streams, then maybe I'd be like, oh well, yeah, maybe he's just out there being funny and blah. No, no, he wasn't just out there being funny. He was making me feel sick, guys.
Yeah.
What he was doing. Mhm.
Well, you know what, Jen? I will say this. Like, we hear stories all the time that are horrific, and we wonder, like, who was around. I mean, look at Diddy, right? All these people seeing what's going on, nobody saying anything. So, if
I
you
know.
really feel convicted that you're seeing something that's out of line, like, I'm not mad at you for bringing attention to it because things do escalate slowly. Now, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that, I'm not saying anything particular about Hussy, but I'm just saying we do know that things start at a certain way and then they escalate and go further and further. And maybe they wouldn't continue to escalate if they were stopped when it wasn't as serious, right? So,
exactly. Especially if they spoke out, you know. And that's the
yeah,
trouble. I mean, it's, especially with British people, we never speak out on anything, but if I feel strongly enough about something, I will talk about it. And, I have this platform, even though I only have 4 people in my chat. I have this platform and I will jolly well use it. But then I will also come with receipts, as they say. And that
right.
picture proved that there were people at the swimming pool that day. And, I will answer people in the chat if they ask me, with respect, which I have done, how I feel about this, how I feel about that. I'm quite happy to talk on it. I'm not a scaredy cat and I stand by my convictions. And as Capone says, I do have strong views, you know. And yeah, that's the name of my channel is
That's what I
Jan's
love about you.
views. Um, hang on one
Yeah.
second. Squish, squish. Totes joking. I don't care if you address it or not. I know you're everywhere. I'm everywhere. Who, me? Am I? Oh, I don't. No, I'm not really. I
Oh, no, I
do
think you're
like when
talking
I'm
to
talking
Capone.
about. Oh, okay. Oh, Capone's always everywhere. Goodness. Capone's everywhere. I
Hmm.
know. But, it's
And I
the
thought I was
internet,
in a lot of
guys.
chat.
Edna's everywhere. Edna's everywhere. Hang on one
not,
sec.
not as much
See
as
this one?
Capone.
Capone, there's a clip of you and your mama's chat making an excuse for him because it was a 14-year-old clip. Address it. Oh, I feel like I'm in Foodie's chat. Address it. Oh, okay. No, Jan says squish, squish. Do you know, people go in different chats, and when they go in a different chat, they may act differently in that chat. And it's everyone's prerogative, you know. We're all adults, for God's sake. We're not
Yeah.
kids, you know.
Well, and it
So,
really depends on the creator too, because I know there's been many a times where, or not many a times, but there's been a few times. I remember, namely, Foodie's. She did a tour of the Marty Museum, and when I first saw it, I was watching it with Monty. It was just we were just watching and talking, whatever. Later, I was watching it with other people, and they were like, "I'm outraged. How could she do?" And it's like it's the vibe that different people have and how they take it and how they, the narrative that they put on the content too.
yeah. I don't agree with Jan on everything, but I like her on a human level. Ah, thank you. Yeah, nobody always agrees with me. I'm very much my own person, and I know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but um, I always stand by my convictions, and I don't lie.
Yeah.
But yeah, some people don't like blunt people, you know. Um, Jan's views. I thank you for telling me last night, my chat, not to worry and just be myself. Sometimes I do worry how you perceive me, like you, who I respect. Do you know what, Barley? It's like, I know you struggle, girl. I know you struggle. Okay. I've struggled a lot in my past, but
Same
I
here.
don't struggle quite so much now because I've learnt more about myself. Okay. I know what I'm capable of doing and what I'm not capable of doing. I'm not always strong. There's some days when I'm like, oh God, I'm not always mentally strong, but when I would never put that online. Do you know what I mean? But having said that, you've got your own little channel over there. You do what the hell you want over there. Okay?
But
And I know, like,
but
Barley
you
always
know what people
apologizes when I come in. She's like, "Oh, Jan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I've said this." And I'm like, just do you, Barley. It doesn't matter. I care for Barley on a human level, and
Yeah.
and on a mental health level, because we both happen to have the same mental illness, which is great. So yeah, that's why I support Barley. I don't agree with everything she does. Of course I don't.
Well, and I
But
think there's room for everybody.
yeah,
I think Valley brings a. I think Valley has a lot to offer to the community with her dance streams. You know what I mean? Now we be in the tub chatting. You know what I mean? Like it's a vibe.
yeah. And a lot of people like it. I mean, she gets some good views
Hmm.
on there sometimes. And I'm like, yay, you go, girl. But people don't understand, how can I put it? People throw around mental illness like it's confetti. And they don't realize the effect it can have on people's lives. Okay, Capone, thanks for popping in, darling. Yeah,
Bye.
you're always welcome here. You know that. So, yeah, I'll see you soon, darling. Take care. Um, yeah, people, as I was saying, people throw around mental illness like it's nothing. Now, when I
Mhm.
find somebody who quite obviously does suffer with their mental health, I want to look after them. Okay, that's the type of person I am. And
Right.
Barley may not have always done the right thing. Barley may not always say the right things. Barley may sometimes do a stream that I pop into and I think, oh, no, this one's not for me. And I come out again.
Yeah. Some of those
Ah,
breezy streams get wild.
yeah. And I'm like, oh, what are you doing today, Barley? And I'll come out of it. you know? And I wish more people were like that instead of, um, you know, and that's, as I said, that's why I look out for Bali. I look out for her mental health. That's it. I think she's talented. I think she's a good cook. I think she's got things that she wants to put out in the world, and she doesn't always know how to put them out,
Same
there.
here.
And that's
Yeah,
something
but
that
she's trying
she
and
is
she's doing it.
trying.
And I
She
give you
is.
kudos, Bali, for doing that.
Absolutely. And I remember, when I used to be in YOMAMA's chats, and the way people would come for her all the time. Listen, I get that so many times when I go in people's chats, and I'm like, it, it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. And if it did, then I would come on and I'd make a video about it because I've got that platform. Okay. But as for it affecting my mental health, it doesn't do that because I don't allow it to. Now, some
Right.
people who may not be able to handle their mental illness as well as I do, may suffer because of it. And there have been times when I felt that Bali was really suffering. And that's when I will reach out to her. And I don't give a toss what other people say. I don't care if there's people saying, yeah, but she did this and she did that. She's a horrible person. She's this, she's that. I don't give a toss. Yeah, mama. Okay? Because I genuinely care about people. And people need to, yeah, some people, need to realize that. And as I say, I don't agree with everything that she's done. I don't agree with everything she says. I'm glad I didn't see her in the bath. But I will always check on her. Always. Yes, you are a human. You make mistakes, but I always own up. Absolutely. I always experimenting with YouTube and having fun, but I make mistakes. You keep doing you, girly. Okay, because you are the thing is they say that you need to build a community. But do you really? Do you want the same people coming in all the time? I don't know. I'm not into communities. That's another thing. I'm not into communities. I'm very much a lone wolf. Always have been. I was born a lone
You know what?
wolf, and I'll die a lone wolf.
I think I want to build a community. I would love to have a community of like people who love numbers and accounting, money. Want to
Yeah,
talk about money and crypto?
you build your little community. But
Yeah.
that's what makes me laugh. Oh, thank you, Barley. Listen, as I said to you before, um, if you ever are feeling particularly rough, you just reach out to me, girlie. All right. I tell you, I did a video years ago about this girl, and she was called, what's she called? Leaf something or other. And oh my God, she was vile. And I did this video. Now, she kept changing her mental illness. Kept changing her mental illness diagnosis. And I was like, girl. And then she got pregnant. So you know what I'm like with kids. I did a video on her. What did I call it? I think I called it What About the Baby? Uh let's see if it comes up. Not the first one. You can chat while I'm doing this, Edna.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Let's see. What are we talking about? Okay.
Right, hang on a minute.
Squish Squish hasn't seen anything about it. Check her out. Is she today cooking and painting? It was nice. Let's see. Valley says, I would reach out to you and Bridge. Bridge has helped me a lot, and I want to hide this. I am so very grateful. Listen, Valley, one of my favorite YouTubers from like back in the day. She's now doing a depression, like ketamine vlog series, just kind of chronicling her depression and hopefully getting better, I guess, is her journey, doing ketamine treatments. I think there's space for that, done in a certain kind of way. Let's see. Anita already made me and Steve laugh. Steve also was listening here. Oh, thank you, Steve. Hey, Steve. Jan, are you
What
here?
what I
You left me up here?
what I really want for Bali is to find her groove, and have her sort of silly nighttime videos, but also to put out something that she can be really proud of. That's what I want for her. And
Yeah.
her cooking videos are very good. So also keep doing the cooking videos as well. But yeah, you'll be all right, Barley. You'll be all right because you have got people that care about you. So anyway, I want to show you this. Okay. Now there's a
Oh,
story behind this, right? And let me see, let's get this up. Right, is it shared it? Yeah, it hasn't shared it very, very well though. So where are we going? Where are we going? Shall we go there? No. We'll get there in a minute. There we are. Right, and it's called What About the Baby? Okay, now I did this video um 4 years ago, and the person I did it about was not very happy about the things I said. So I'm not going to play all of it, but just so that you get an idea of what it was about. Here we go. Sunny day, somebody's out there with their bloody power tool making too much noise. This video is going to be done in my way. That's what we're going to do. You could say I'm about to spill some tea, but I haven't got tea at the moment, but I have got Coke with some ice in it. So I'm going to spill some tea with Coke. We're going to talk about griefy fiends. Somebody who changed their name from a very pretty name, Emily, to something that sounds like a cabbage that you'd find in Tesco's or somewhere. Leafy greens. Who is this? Who is this person? I want to enlighten you. I want to enlighten you in my way. Stay tuned. Right, I'm going to read what I wrote underneath this. That's weird. It's 4 years ago. My response to Leafy Green's insults. So she must have done an insult video. And this was my response. My response to Leafy Green's insults will always be, what about the baby? If she is on the road to self-destruction, that is her choice. Don't know. Is that her choice? Okay, but what about the baby? I feel strongly about this and reached out to her in a bid to share my own wonderful experiences of being a mother. Here I talk about her response to me. Okay, let's get on with this.
Bridge is here.
Okay. I've been waiting for you. Do you know how difficult it is having a blooming host who doesn't even
Talk to
talk?
me.
Even when I'm trying to look for something, I don't know what she's doing. Goodness
I know
sake.
my streams are gonna be like a co-working stream. We're just gonna be vibing to some lo-fi music as we get our work done.
Anyway, I'm just going to play this bit and just explain. I started an hour early. No, I didn't.
Well, yes, you did. We said 6 o'clock. You said 6 o'clock, and it was 5.
Our clocks went forward.
Your
Oh, I'm always nice to Edna. I have to take the mickey out of her. It makes her laugh.
Thank you,
Makes me
Squish
laugh
Squish.
as well. Listen, you don't know what I have to put up with Edna. Sat here saying that it's okay for a 50-year-old man to be sat there filming at a swimming pool, for goodness sake. Anyway,
Sorry.
we'll move on from there. Right. I just want to, the point I'm trying to make is that this girl had problems. All right. Okay. Here we go.
Mhm.
Funny I should say that, because I am beginning to suspect that her lives, and in fact her videos, are a performance. It's like being in a drama class and the teacher saying to you, okay, I want everybody to act as mad as they possibly can. You're angry and you're just losing your mind. That's what it's like, guys. In that video, which I suffered in silence because I wanted to understand. Right, hang on, we've got Bridge. Okay, Bridge.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, honey. You're home. I've been waiting for you to come on. It's an hour. I've waited an hour. Do you know how hard that was with Edna? And I'm looking for a bloody video and she's silent. It's like,
How was your meeting?
Oh, it's fine. It's my weekly meeting that I have to go to for school. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you hear your shout out from YOMAMA?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you
What
haven't
was
heard.
it?
He released a video about Jan sampling Tina Turner, but he called what is it? What's love got to do with it? But it's what facts got to do with it. And he said Bridge giving her opinion. He just put you in it. It was kind of. I mean, look, it's catchy.
Do we want to watch it? Do we? Anyway, let me just finish this bit because the point I was trying to make is that after I'd done this video, I got a lot of stick from her, right? Blow me if a couple of months ago I get did she put it under one of my videos? She must have done. And
Oh,
she
she's
just
still
wanted
around?
to apologize for how she'd spoken to me. She was now medicated. Her life was changed. And it just made my day.
Wow.
Just made my day. That was
That is
it.
awesome.
But I was also trying to kill time because I was waiting for Bridge. But anyway, we're
No,
here.
because I've heard of that girl. I think somebody did like a documentary on her. I can't remember. I saw it a long time ago, but
Yeah.
I heard that she was having issues.
The thing that used to annoy me was that she used to come on stream and be really manic.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of thought, do you know what? I think this girl's putting it on. You know, I just sort of sensed that it was all a performance. So I did start speaking out about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she came for me in a video, which, you know, fair enough. And then I did this one, that video, which was a response to her insults. But as I say, I mean, 4 years on, she's actually contacted me and said, thank you for sort of helping her see how, you know, damaged she was and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, that made my day. Anyway, let's move on to the moron. Okay. I've been waiting. So have we got to watch this now? Hang on, am I still a member? I have to see if I'm still a member first. Hang on one sec. Am I? Oh, Jans, what facts got to do with it? He's put an old video.
That's the one.
Okay, let's see. All right. Well, we need to have the right thing going on here, guys. Because, you know, we're not cheapskates here, all right? And then we can do this. Hang on. I'll be with you in a minute. Right, if I can where do we go? There we are. See, we sit really nicely in there, don't we? So let's bring this up. Here we go. So this one. Jan's, what's facts got to do with it? All right. Come on, you're the one with all the mouth. Come on, answer me.
Again,
Answer me, little man.
And listen, little man. Listen.
Answer me, little man. I was going to say you look like Tina Turner, but that would be an absolute insult to an icon.
Oh.
And why did you say that?
He's been digging in my Oh, videos.
You must understand that I was a big fan of your mom's react. But it was a big deal. 40-year-old man, 60-year-old girl, opposites attract. It's Chantel. She could go to hell.
I have to say, they still haven't realised that I don't give a toss about Chantel. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you putting me in the Chantel haters pile? I don't give a toss. I don't talk about her. You know, I'm not obsessed with her the way you are. It's like, yeah, all right.
And a song panel for no reason, but she does it for me. Oh, what's facts got to do with it? What's facts? If Breeze gave her opinion. What's facts got to do with it? Who needs the facts when you only got 4 people watching? It may seem to you that I'm talking confused when you listen to.
Do you think he's jealous of my head of hair? I think he may be. Because I've still got that head of hair.
To me, if I tweet the police, then I seen her see filming outside of a pool.
I can see here I wasn't in a good place. This is when my baby was ill. And I just used YouTube. This is when I first started, and I can just see by my face I wasn't well here, you know, mentally, because my baby was in the hospital.
I'm crazy. I need my teeth fixed. You cannot ignore, cause I don't speak no facts. Whoa, what's facts?
What's he saying? I don't speak any facts.
I think
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
Yeah, he's obviously not seen this. Did I show you this? Have you seen this? Yeah. This is the facts of the people at the pool that Hussey was filming at. So yeah, okay. Maybe I'll do one and use the same music and say, facts. Yeah, mama. All right. Twat. Oh dear, you have to laugh at the stupidity.
Got to do with it. What's facts when Bridge gave her opinion? What's facts got to do with it? Who needs them facts when only 4 people watching?
I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, that is really good, YOMAMA. Great. The only sad thing is it reminds me of how I wasn't in a good place at that time. But hey, don't you worry about that. All's good now. She's recovered. She's been cancer free for 10 years now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's when
Congrats.
I first started doing YouTube. Because I was like, I don't know, I was just in a different world then. And that's when I started doing it, because it was something for me to concentrate on, other than hospital visits and, you know. Anyway, that's by the by. So, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to talk about, Bri?
I want to know why. I mean, what I have to do with it? And like, he brought me up when you were talking to him yesterday. Like, I wasn't even there. What I got to do with all this? I don't understand. It's like
I
he's
think
almost
it's because
obsessed.
I think it's because he tries to tie us together,
Yeah.
and which is just ludicrous. We're three individual black women. The only thing we've got in common is the color of our skin. That's it.
Right.
We both like different things. We both, but the other thing that we do have in common most of the time with Edna is we can talk. We can string things together in a comprehensive way, in a coherent.
You know what,
I
Jen?
want
I'm glad that you like me because that shade would be deadly.
Edna, I say it. I'm not really digging at you.
No, I
You
know.
know
I'm
I'm not
playing.
really. Bridge, you should have been here when she's saying that she didn't see any problem with us filming at a swimming pool.
I mean, I think the
Think,
whole
look,
point of
if
it was
you
that
You had to be here. I was almost speechless.
I think the whole point of it is that he lied because they asked him if he was filming and he wasn't supposed to. And
Yeah.
didn't he say no? He said he wasn't filming or something like that.
Yeah.
well,
He
then
did.
that answers it right there.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move on
Yeah.
from him. I don't want to. It just makes me feel sick. So we don't want to talk about him. But we need Bridge. I need to talk to you about Gigi because I don't know a lot about that man. And he came on the chat. He came on the panel yesterday, and I just found it so refreshing that somebody could string a sentence together. So yeah, I don't know a great deal about him. I think you've told me a few little things, but yeah, what did you think of it yesterday, Bridge?
I thought everything was a whole bunch of gaslighting, basically
Yes.
from both of them. From both
Yes.
of them, because
Oh,
he's trying to tell
absolutely.
you. Yeah, he's trying to, like, as far as Gigi goes, he's telling you like, oh, it's not that serious, and you're taking things too seriously. This, that, the other.
Yo,
Yeah,
guys still fuck with-
we shouldn't take it seriously, but he takes it very seriously as well.
Yeah.
So,
He does.
I
He
know.
tries to act like he's laughing it all off, but he's not.
Exactly.
No, he definitely wasn't laughing it off. And I just want to show, I thought it was interesting that he played what's her name? The hillbilly one. Oh yeah, that one. He played her
Belinda.
video that was meant to be really, really good.
I didn't even watch that part.
So did you not watch that?
I didn't watch
I've
that
not
part.
actually seen it either. Let me see. Let's play it and see what's so wonderful about this.
Go ahead and put this this Belinda video up here with the short. I know somebody tweeted that out. I didn't even get to it. Hold on, let me put that up.
Oh, you're gonna fucking love it, dude.
Hold on, I got it.
I just can't get over the way she talks. She's like that.
They're from the Appalachians. She's from the Appalachian Mountains.
I can't stand it, Bridge. I'm sorry, but I just can't stand it. I hate it. Oh, God. Right, that's better. Now we can see. Oh, doesn't he look gorgeous? What's he doing in my lounge? Oh, dear. Anyway, so let's see what was so wonderful about her take on it.
Let me put this up here.
So when are you getting the overalls? Like, I'm tempted to.
I'm getting them. I'm just because you said that. I got the idea, and I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna go up there on Amazon. I'm gonna get them overalls, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna do the damn thing. I'm gonna have a trailer park in the back. I'm gonna have moonshine.
Hell yes. Hell yes. See, this is what I like to do, Yo Mama. And I wanted to say that too. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people go at you because you get a lot of shit wrong and stuff like that. But when it's
what I didn't understand also was him banging these sticks together like he's like the drummer in the Muppets.
He's supposed to be party on Wayne, party on Garth. He's supposed to be Garth.
Oh,
you never
my.
seen that from Saturday Night Live?
No,
That movie too.
no, it's a different culture. Did you hear when he told me I don't understand the culture?
He's making fun of it. If she doesn't know them narc alerts, so she doesn't get the joke.
Oh my God.
We don't understand the American culture of roller coasters.
And then I had to inform him that actually Europe has the biggest roller coasters in the world. You silly little man. But yeah, I think I kept a straight face quite well.
I
Actually,
would
I
like
did
to
laugh
say
a
that
bit,
every
though.
American has.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
And
going
the
to
thing is,
ask.
every American hasn't been stuck on a roller coaster. That was ridiculous. He's like, oh, it's an everyday occurrence. Maybe where you
I was thinking, I was like, because I thought I had been stuck on a roller coaster. Then I thought about it some more. I was like, I've never been stuck on a roller coaster. And we used to go to like Six Flags and Magic Mountain. We used to go there all the time. We had Great America in the Bay Area. We used to go there all the time. I never got stuck on a roller coaster.
Well, according to him, it's American culture to get stuck on a roller coaster. So you girls need to get out more.
Look, Edna, you got Six Flags over there in St. Louis. Because when I was there as a kid, I remember every summer we went to Six Flags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same here. Growing up, I mean, I was just at SeaWorld a couple of years ago riding the rides. Like nothing got stuck.
Right.
Oh dear. Hang on, what was that? Squish, squish. I haven't been stuck on one. I made one stop for me, though. Oh no, I can't do them. I can't do them at all. Scared of them, I am.
It's all said and done. You have fun.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, you know, and you don't make any, people know me and you we haven't always gotten along. Nope. However, I can understand things from your perspective, and I think you feel.
It's quite interesting who he's aligning himself with these days, I have to say. And I was wondering who called up Gigi to come and help him out on panel, because the man was struggling with me. He doesn't realize I worked for 8 years with, with teenagers, stroppy teenagers. I know how to treat them. And yeah, he was completely lost for words. Oh, bless his little cotton socks.
The same way about me as well.
Oh, 100%.
And yeah, and I appreciate that. You make me fucking laugh, and that's all that it's about to me. Yeah. And I think it's that way to you too.
Oh yeah, and that's why I always saw your talent a long time ago, and I said, "Damn, this girl's way too goddamn talented."
What's she talented at? Can someone tell me? What's her talent? I'm asking.
Listen, I know
Where's
I'm not being
this talent other than being able to speak like that, which is the worst accent I think I've ever heard in a damn life. Sorry,
well,
guys.
she fancies herself a comedian, and so does he. Oh. So he sees her, I guess, her comedic presence or whatnot. Since he's a comedian too,
Oh, so she thinks she's a comedian.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. Mind you, I can honestly say I've never watched any of her videos. I've seen her, clips and that, but nah, not for me. No.
To be stuck with these morons that she hang out with, but I'm glad you got to do that. And my favorite video, I gotta say this, of all time that you made was that intro that you had.
Oh my God, why is he up her ass? Right, so now we're going to move on to when I come on, and I'm a bit perturbed that he won't play my video. Okay, that's the first thing I wanted to say. The thing is, people like that, they're not used to being called out. They're used to people sort of saying, "Oh, no." I say it as it is, whether it's Slomama or not. I'm going to say it.
They're gonna be in Oakland. They're gonna be in Oakland. So okay. Go ahead.
Hey.
Uh-oh. What's up?
I didn't think you'd be brave enough.
Brave
I have
enough?
to say.
Brave? What am I not brave enough? There's only two. There's
Yeah,
only two.
because you're
There's
always
only
full
two.
of bullshit, aren't you?
There's only
Always
two
shouting.
crazies that I wouldn't let on here. There's only two crazies, and
Yeah,
they way too crazy.
yeah,
for me.
you got this old, what was it you called me? Dusty?
Bird. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
funny how you play that bird
Yeah.
noise,
Uh-huh.
and it sounds more like your laughter.
Yeah, I know. So
I have to laugh at my own jokes there. Okay. I thought that was quite good. Look at the way that he's just staring at his chat the whole time. It's quite fascinating,
Let me
actually.
tell you, people on Twitter were talking about his body language when you were
Mhm.
going in on him and saying how uncomfortable he was, especially when you brought up the 16-year-olds.
Oh, were they?
He doesn't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole.
And this was before I even saw that part. Yeah.
I had to bring it up. I had to, because he's the one that sits there and yells out at everybody, "Oh, you're a hypocrite. You're this, you're that." And I tell you what, this guy is turning out to be the biggest hypocrite that ever entered girl world. It's
Well, let's
insane.
talk about it. He's sitting up here. He wants to call out Bali for doing something what he thinks is inappropriate
Yeah.
with younger people, X, Y, and Z. Why is it funny? Why is it a joke? Why are you making it haha of somebody talking to a 16-year-old? Like, why are you hyping that up?
Yep.
I know. I mean, I saw that on Twitter and I couldn't believe it. I honestly couldn't believe that somebody had that video because it was so incriminating. I mean, but apparently he did like a video explaining it all afterwards, and he just dug an even deeper hole for himself. I mean, he needs to just shut up, because he hasn't got the intelligence to actually put it in a way that would perhaps make it more acceptable.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
It just hasn't got it. But anyway, if you want to say something, girl, shout.
Oh, what's
It's
up?
interesting.
What's good? What's good with
Oh,
you?
I'm perfectly fine. I'm meant to be. What's that?
This is what is annoying. Like, he's sitting up there, like, doing with the drumsticks, and like, you came up there to have a conversation. He said that he was going to have an open panel to have a conversation, and it's foolishness.
It's just so childish as well. I couldn't believe
I think
it.
he didn't want to touch. You know what? I think I'm jumping ahead of myself. Let's let
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, why have me up there then? I mean, he kept saying about, he's not letting all these people up, 2 people or something, and I thought I was one of them. But to be honest, I was sat on my Mac, I'd opened up iMovie, I was editing, and then I thought, I'll put something on my phone while I'm doing it, and I could see that he was live, and that's the only reason I went up. I thought, I need to put him in his place, because...
My whole thing about it is, I thought that he was going to have the open panel because so many people were talking about this situation with that video, and so I thought that he was going to address people's concerns because people were talking badly about him and whatnot, and he was just going to face it head on. But it was nothing.
Yeah. It was just a joke. And the thing was, I mean, I kept pausing in the end because it was like notification after notification. And I mean, he hasn't even got the decency to switch them off, And he's done that to us before, or he's done it to me before. And, it's just so rude. The contempt of the man is just disgusting. I just can't with him. What's the word? Editing. When someone edits a video. Not that you do that.
Yeah.
But I'm meant to be editing.
Okay.
But I thought, I'll put you on. in the background, see what crap you're going to come out with. I see you've been trying to avoid my videos. Why don't you play my video
Your video. Oh, you
on,
talking about
on your trip
Oh, you
with
talking about
with your kids where
Oh,
you
yeah.
got
Yeah.
stuck? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. See, he wasn't going to play my video. So I thought,
What
you know
video
what?
did you want him to play?
The video of me talking about him on the ride with his kids.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Well, I think that crosses the don't talk about people's children line. So he wouldn't speak on that because he doesn't want to speak on his own children.
Yeah, but he does talk on people's children. He
Hmm.
talks on them all the time, Edna. He talks about Breezy's kids. He's spoken about Allah's kids. He does speak on people's members of the family. So,
But he's mum when it comes to his kids.
sorry, say that again.
Not
But
really.
I guess he's gonna be mum when it comes to his kids.
Not really, though. Not really. He's had his
Oh.
kids on cam. He's had his kids on camera. He's had pictures of his kids on his community tab. He's
Yeah.
spoken about his kids. He was somewhere in some hotel room or something. Kids came into the hotel. He didn't have them on camera at that time, but he's spoken about his kids. His kids have been around. We can hear him in the background. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wonder why he didn't want to say anything.
No idea. You'll have to ask him.
Well, I have my idea because I think he thought about it and maybe he wasn't doing the best he could to handle the situation.
The thing is, these people seem to forget that this channel is called Jan's Views, and my views were of him on a roller coaster doing a live stream was when he was in charge of kids. I found was very inappropriate, but my views. But yeah. Anyway, he wasn't going to play the video. There you go.
Oh yeah, the one where you said I was a bad father because I was stuck on a ride.
I didn't say you were a bad father. I just said I found it quite concerning. So this is quite a serious conversation. He's sort of saying, oh, well, the one that you said I was a bad father because I didn't do this and I didn't do that. And even though I've said there that I didn't call you a bad father, what I said was I didn't think. I just thought it was quite concerning that the first thing you thought of doing was going live. But watch the way. The reason I want to show this because I know is because I know that Bridge has recognized his manipulations, and he does it a lot in this. He lies in this, and he tries to manipulate situations into causing me or calling me somebody that is spreading falsehoods. And that's why I'm reacting to it because it's wrong. And, that's why I've shown that picture of Hussy at the pool. But anyway, let's go on. Ning, that you seem to be more worried about yourself live streaming than actually seeing how the kids were. That's
Have you ever been stuck on a roller coaster ride?
What has that got to do with anything?
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly, Jan. You had a great point. And he couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, have you ever been on what? What's that got to do with anything? It's like,
right.
So stupid. And also, look at the way. Now, okay, if he was genuinely upset by what I'd said, why is he sat there acting like one of the Muppets?
Right.
I mean, get serious with it and say, look, I don't think you should be talking about me as a father. Oh, I don't think you should be doing this or that. I would respect him much more if he was to be like that. I really would, because then I could have a decent conversation with him. But because he acts like, a Muppet, then what can I do? What can I come back with? It's just insane. Do I need to be? Do I need to be?
I'm asking. I just asked, have you ever been stuck
I
on a
as
roller
I said in my video, if I was stuck on a roller coaster with my children, then my first thought would be about my children.
Right.
Look at him, look, just looking over, reading what everyone's saying. I didn't have the chat up because I can easily get distracted by chat. I didn't have it up. But look at him, look, getting fired up by what the chat is saying. And
he's
still,
looking. I think that he's looking for a point to hit on because he can't think of anything. I think that he is very linguistically challenged and he can't think of words to say. So he's looking at other people to give him something to fire back with.
That's what it is, yeah. And also he can't read full sentences, so he just looks for a word. Like, oh yeah, that. Oh dear. I said.
But see, we were stuck for 45 minutes and I started filming the last 10 minutes of us stuck.
That's weird. That's weird because in your thumbnail you actually said that you were stuck for 3 hours.
Oh, I just
and we all know that was a lie.
But I just grabbed the thumbnail real quick.
Clickbait.
Because I was just doing real
yeah, but then you said what? So he's so stupid. Even coming out with the first lie he could think of. Oh well, I grabbed something off of Google with the no. You're an idiot.
You said the text too.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. I said, "Oh, so," and the text said 30 or 3 hours, whatever it was. It wasn't on there for 3 hours.
Oh gosh,
bloody liar! So you grabbed the 3-hour text as well, did you?
Yeah, I grabbed the thumbnail from Google.
Liar, pants on fire.
Oh my God, pants on fire though.
You know what he'd really like? He'd really like me to rage, and I won't give him that benefit, because he would then use that against me, and then keep shouting over and over. He's not used to people being able to converse with him properly, I would say. So Bali says, your mama listens just to his mods. He hardly does his own research, and this he gives away on his live streams. Yes, when he speaks many times, people have caught him. Yeah, people are very I think they've got his number now. They know exactly who this tool is. I'm not a rager. No, I don't tend to rage. No, I don't really rage really now. I'd much rather talk about things. Although, Edna pushes me sometimes. Edna, are you still awake, darling? Are you still there?
I am. No, it's funny,
good.
Jen, because it's like I was feeling that way too. It's like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
Oh, I'll stop joking with you, Edna. Sorry. I'm only joking.
I'm just saying, like, if I seem fiery, it's not you. It's just in general. That's how I felt.
Yeah. Okay.
Pants on
No,
fire.
Jen, I love you. Please don't feel any kind of way.
No, I mean, people, as a Brit, I think we are very sarcastic. I think we're slightly different to you guys. To your culture, which we'll get into in a minute. And I know that I'm very guilty of being a bit sort of that way sometimes, a bit sarcastic and what have you. But yeah, I don't mean anything by it, Edna. I think you're a sweetheart, so don't worry.
Yes.
Thumbnail from Google.
Bridget, on the other hand, yeah, not sure about her. I'm still trying to sort her out. I love it. I tell you what, you should get on Twitter, Edna. Bridget on Twitter is so funny.
I don't know if I can handle Twitter.
Sometimes I'm not sure who she's talking about. because she quite often talks about other people. But
Yeah.
nah, Bridget's Twitter is fire. I love it. It does make me laugh.
Real fast, I just typed in stuck on roller coaster. I grabbed the thumbnail real fast, took a quick snapshot, and then put it in as my title. But I mean, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I gotta be perfect. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
and you
My
also
bad.
said
What
3
else?
hours, and we know it wasn't 3 hours, don't we?
I said it in the video that I was only stuck.
Yeah, yeah. That's called clickbaiting. Okay, you weren't stuck for
damn
3
it, man.
hours.
You're
You were
right.
stuck for. You said you were stuck for 45 minutes.
You
So
are
go on,
absolutely right.
explain to me then. You'd already been there, right, for 35 minutes.
Oh my God.
When you decide to do a live stream. So what did you do? What did you say to the kids?
Huh?
What did you say to the kids to reassure
My
them?
Irish girl has become a member.
I told
Killing
them.
the vibe. Give her the boot. I can do it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted. No, I just said everything okay. They had a good time. They was happy. They was pumped up. They was charged up. They was laughing. They was having fun. I mean, you know, they took out their phones and they started FaceTiming their friends and doing all that kind of stuff. So they were having a good. They were actually. I mean, you know,
really? Do you know what? You have got to be the worst liar ever. Okay, so
he's not lying, he's
you're
just
on a
trolling.
ride with young kids, right? You've been stuck for 35 minutes,
Squirt
and
Vine has
they all
become a
go
member.
on their
Kip
phones,
Granny
and
P3
they
DZ
all
lover.
are like FaceTiming and laughing and joking. Are we meant to believe that?
You can believe whatever you want to believe, but that's what happened. That's everybody.
He's such an idiot, honestly.
I feel like he is very uncomfortable, and he's using those sticks as a distraction. And I feel like he's acting like a child. Like when a child is confronted and they're uncomfortable, that's what he reminds me of.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. We need to address this, Edna. Someone's following you on Twitter.
You're not following me. I don't think so. I mean, I do have some Twitters, some tweets. There's some, like, I've been on Twitter before, but not currently. I don't think my account is even open now.
Oh, what is she like on Twitter, Squish Squish? Is she nice on
Somebody
Twitter?
impersonated me?
That's so funny. Oh dear. Barley, these entertainers use clickbait, a dress up and more. Anything for subs or clout. Yeah. Yes, I know. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people on YouTube do that. I know. But I just enjoyed calling him out on it and watching him squirm with his sticks.
It is kind of funny.
You expect people to believe that, yeah?
See, the
So
problem.
you were so bored. So tell me, you were so bored at that time because they're all on their phones,
kids are not
yeah,
your
laughing
business.
and joking. So after being stuck for 35 minutes, you're so bored. You think, I know what I'll do. I'll live stream.
No answer.
Yeah.
Do you know? He couldn't answer that, could he?
It took him that long to come up with, yeah, okay.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
Because I
dear.
would have been like, I would have been like, Jan, we were stuck on the roller coaster for 35 minutes. The kid, I was talking to my kids for a while, and after a while, it wasn't that traumatic, and the kids weren't scared, so I decided just to go on live, just to kind of liven it up a little bit. That's what I would have said, something like that.
And I would have accepted that. You know, I would have accepted it. But I mean, the problem is he's lied, so many times before this that he's just making himself look really stupid. And he knows now he's caught up in the lie. So what's he going to do now? He's just going to act like a clown. I think Barley, hey, Edna, I think Barley's your biggest fan. Look at this.
Thank you. Barley's a sweetheart.
That's so sweet, Barley. Oh, she is.
If I'm ever in Ohio, I'm gonna look you up. I'll let you know.
I tell you what, you get a good meal if you go to Bali's. I tell you
Oh, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
How stupid you sound.
I think
Oh dear.
I think there's a miscommunication because we're Americans and I know you're from England, right? So I think it's just a miscommunication because it's a different culture out here. This is we've probably most every American here have been on roller coasters, been to Six Flags, Knott's Berry Farm, and all these other places. We've seen people stuck on rides. We've been stuck on rides ourselves. We don't take it like you take it. American kids, they have fun, they joke around, it's a good time, they tell all their friends, they're buddy. They're not sitting on a ride crying. We're not upside down. We were at the end of the ride, ma'am. They were on the platform. I was on the outside of the platform, ma'am.
So they were on the platform and he was on the outside of the platform. What? I mean,
Now look,
I
because
think
it
maybe
reminds me.
some of the cars were up on the platform and some hadn't quite got there yet. Maybe that's what he's explaining.
oh
Like they were
right,
coming
okay.
in back, like they were coming back up to the platform to get off. So maybe they got stuck right before they like fully locked in.
Okay. So
Because he's
that'll
talking
be a
about
cultural thing.
he's talking about the roller coaster being in the air,
No.
being stuck in the air and upside down and stuff. It reminds me, I was on a roller coaster one time, maybe a teenager with my cousins and stuff, and we went on some roller coaster. I don't hardly remember, but it was one of those roller coasters. It goes up and we're upside down, and then they stop. They purposely stop. And I remember my
Oh,
one
wow.
cousin, he was crying. He's talking about people don't cry. He was crying.
Oh, yeah. There's always somebody who almost puke or drop something because they're so scared. It happens all the time.
As we were laughing because he was like so over the top crying. And when we finally got off, he ran off the roller coaster, kissed the ground, and we were dying laughing.
Oh dear. Oh well, it can't be a cultural thing then. Yeah, okay. As Barley says, he doesn't like me because I'm European. I know it. I feel it. He's racist. Yeah, you could have a thing there, Barley. You could have a thing there. You could have a point.
We're not these roller coasters that us American kids get on. They joke around, they have fun, they jump up and down when they get on them and everything else. They don't sit there and whine and cry and get mad and get sad. Most of these people in this chat's been on roller coasters that got stuck and they didn't panic and go crazy.
Well, out of the 4 people in my chat, how many of you been stuck on a roller coaster? Oh my God. What's this? Yo, GP hosting C. Sorry, I don't understand that, darling. Right, he can relate to Jessica Messica because she is like him, American style, and because I am European, he doesn't understand me or can relate. He can say because I am drinking. Oh yeah, just ignore him. Just ignore him.
I'll say this about Messica. Like you know what? She's a vibe. Like I don't have anything against her. Well, watching her is entertaining, right? But we know that she gets into, or she's at least a part of, some dark stuff, and he's okay with that. Like he'll call out everybody else, but he doesn't have peep to say about Jessica and the Mexicals, right? That's interesting too.
Yeah, it's funny because I've never gone down that rabbit hole. There's something that the things that I've seen about it, I'm like, nah, I don't need to, know any more about that. But yeah, it is quite interesting that he
thinks everybody's so vile and so disgusting, and you have a troop of people that purposely push people to the breaking point. That's disgusting.
Really?
Yes, and he supports. He's in the DMs with them or in the Discord, what have you. He has no room to talk.
Yeah. What do you think, Bridget? Do you know anything about that side of things?
Yeah, I've heard some things, and I've heard it's messy, and And I think that's one of the things that he didn't let one of the people that wanted to get on the panel, he wouldn't let them up because she had called him out a long time ago about some stuff going on in Jessica Messica's Discord. And she was very upset about it because it was some revenge type stuff. But
Oh,
he just kind of let it
really?
slide. Yeah, he kind of let it slide.
Quite
Turned a blind eye
nasty
to all
stuff.
of it.
So do you think that's why he wouldn't let her on? Is that Pew Pew?
That's not Pew Pew. That was King Low. Low.
I don't know that one. And she answered one of my tweets today, and I'm like, not sure about you. But
Yeah.
but so be it. But yeah, see, I don't know anything about that side of it. But I think it's all going to start unraveling for him, especially if he is, involved in any of that or seen to be condoning it. It's like, yeah, you need to be careful. He needs to keep his nose clean, and I'm afraid it's not very clean at the moment. And there are, people like me that will call him out. So do these other people have channels, Bridge?
Pew Pew has a channel, but not Low.
Okay. Oh, I know where I think I've seen Low. Hannibal. See, and I don't have anything to do with them. Was she in Hannibal's chat?
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever seen her in Hannibal's chat before.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
And who's this? Oh, we're going off thread a little bit, but who's this Katie or whatever her name is? She's making the rounds, isn't she?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because Squish has just asked your thoughts on her.
Hecate, I mean, I don't have any problem with her. I mean, she says what she has to say and is unapologetic about it. She has her own opinion that differs from some people's. Because I was listening to a Spaces yesterday with Lo and Tasha in there, and Hecate was in there too. And she had, because basically Lo and Pew Pew were saying that YOMAMA had some how do I put it, like predatory behavior. They didn't outright call him a predator, but said he had predatory behavior, and Hecate didn't see it that way. She just thought he was misogynistic and immature and stuff like that. So they were going back and forth for a while about that whole is it predatory or not.
Oh, interesting.
And what's this about?
Because he was starting to say that. That's what I was going to say about this panel. He was trying to link what I was saying to me calling him a predator. When he brings Hussey in, he was saying, oh, well, you've said the same thing about Hussey. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I mean, the thing with the 16-year-old is a bit questionable, I have to say. But I haven't called him a predator because of it.
Right.
So I'm like, don't try and bloody, paint a completely different picture. It's just bullshit. So she's new and trying to squeeze in. Let her try. It's interesting to watch. I was on her panel. Oh, you were on her panel?
Oh.
When was that?
Oh, yeah, Hecate does not like Bali.
She doesn't like me either.
Yeah.
Because, it's like you say, she says what she wants to say, and that's that. And that's fair enough, really. You've got to give her a due for doing that. Because that's what I do. I say what I want to say, and if you don't like it, then tough. But if you want to come across and talk to me about it, then I'll talk to you about it. I am approachable, but yeah, there's something about her that's most unsavory, I think. I think she's just out looking for trouble all the time, and I can't be arsed with that. So Squish is asking whether Bali can use spaces. Oh, okay, let's get on.
But for you to act like you understand our culture is crazy.
I never tried to say I understood the American culture. Oh dear. The way you're
Oh,
able to read that,
okay,
Jan,
now
I'm
I
impressed. Yeah,
I thought they
I'm
were
not
talking about Twitter Spaces.
okay. I've been in a couple, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I have been in a couple. I know what they are.
That's why it's a miscommunication with you. You take everything so fucking serious. It's weird.
Oh, it's a miscommunication. It was a
Well,
miscommunication. Okay, go on. What
and
were you
this what
going to
I think
say?
is interesting too. You got a man, he's sitting here dressed up as the narc alert, doing all this get up, and he's got the nerve to call somebody else weird.
Yeah,
Like, this isn't weird. This is weird
I know.
behavior.
I know. And there's me, I'm talking quite reasonably. Yeah, I'll call him out on something, but I'm not swearing. I'm not acting, as we would say over here, I'm not acting the maggot like he is. He's the one that's making a spectacle of himself. But he doesn't see that.
Weird. That's why people look at you weird, because you're a weirdo. You're like, oh, 45. If I was with if I was with my kids, you said if I was with my kids, it would be, what would I would have just been so concerned with that. I would have hugged and smugged. That's not, what are you talking about?
No,
What
you
are you
Americans
talking
are a
about?
different breed, yeah? You're a different breed.
Talk to
yeah?
us how we're a different breed. Yes.
Do you know there's life
to us.
outside of America?
Oh.
You do realize that?
I do
And you
realize that.
do
So
realize that
why
the
you
biggest roller coasters aren't actually in America? Do you realize that?
Yes.
Look at him. I mean, how can you take that seriously? I mean, yeah.
You know what? A lot of Americans don't consider the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And I think,
I hate to say that, and I know it's quite a stereotypical thing that a lot of Brits say. I'll be honest with you. A lot of British people do not like the Americans. And one of the reasons they don't like them is because they, like you just said, they see them as very sort of, I don't know, they see
Egocentric.
America as the world.
like American first. It's,
Yeah.
that's the rhetoric. You know what I mean? That's what you hear. America's the best country and blah blah blah. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
it's like, have you looked at other countries and their education and blah blah blah, like their food, their whatever? But you think America has the best of everything. Got it.
Exactly. And they don't like, the Americans don't like to be have a mirror held up to them, some of them. And I'm not saying all Americans are like that, because I don't think you or Bridget are like that, or other American people that I've come across online. But there are some that definitely show that stereotype, or stereotypical behavior. And yeah, I have to say, over in England, yeah, sorry guys, you're not very well liked. I think they think the Americans are very loud as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I could go on, but it's not really very fair, as I've got two Americans on my panel. So I won't say anything else. It's lovely to have you come in. Thanks for coming in. Lovely to see you. Because Capone, go to the naughty step. Oh dear. Go to the naughty step.
Shooting Star 999 donated $2 through Super Chat. Hey Jan, have some tea and
with
crumpets,
America.
Grumpy.
Okay, so it's got nothing to do with culture.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
It's to do with how you act in a certain situation when you're in charge of, I don't know if you understand that, when you're in charge of young lives. Okay, it's got nothing to do with culture.
SALBOT donated $2 Canadian and 79 cents.
The funny thing is also what adding on to what I was saying, the thing with Americans as well is you've actually got a lot more different cultures because America is so big. You've got so many different cultures within America. So I mean, it's a shame that some seem to be very narrow-minded. I have to be careful what I say, but yeah, I mean, you've got people that come from sort of the mountains, and you've got like people like the Amish, and different types of American people, which is a lot, a lot more different to what we've got over here, because we're just a small country. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
But I
And
think
then
the
we
thing,
also accept everybody when they come and visit too. Like they become Americans, and like a lot of their cultures and stuff kind of get, you don't think so, get waved into.
I
'Cause I
yeah, I
know
think
like when
I think over the years,
Go ahead.
yeah, a lot of cultures get absorbed into what we do. But as far as accepting, the way they talk about the borders right now and stuff, I'll say accepting to some countries, but not to others. Because
So what about accepting to different cultures within America? Would you say that they are accepting of that? Because from what I've seen, they're very separated.
Yes,
You've got
yes,
huge areas of America that only a certain type of people live in.
yes,
I mean, we don't really get
Yeah.
that over here.
yeah.
Well, I guess
I
that's how
agree.
I mean, where you're able to in America create, have your own pocket of your own country or your
Yeah,
home
yeah,
country.
yeah.
We get that to a certain degree, but not to the same degree that you do over in America, because America's vast.
But I think that's kind of cool. It's like you walk into an Asian market and feel like you're in China halfway. It's because everybody says everything's in the kanji, or they're speaking the language. I don't know. I don't go into those spaces and feel some kind of way. Like like I hate when people are like, "This is America," you need to speak American and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. That's not the vibe.
Yes, it's quite interesting, but it's funny that this pleb should be sat here trying to sort of school me on different cultures in society, in different countries and everything, not knowing that he probably knows very little about them. Where
Mhm.
I'm quite well read on them, not only because I've worked in education, but also because I study a lot of different cultures. I love that. That's something that I really do enjoy. I love learning about the Mormons and the is it Memorites or something? And there's YouTube channels where people show you what happens with it within those different cultures. I love it. But for this idiot to sit here and say, "Oh, you're a completely different culture because you don't understand that Americans don't get scared when they're on a roller coaster and it stops." I mean, goodness sakes,
Yeah, it
man.
makes no sense.
I know, it's just ridiculous.
The math
For
ain't
super chat.
But good
Tim
try.
Finch,
And
we
thank
need
Good
new white
try.
and green
thank you.
card.
Listen, thank you
Okay.
for the advice,
Well,
man.
I
Thank you.
I seriously
appreciate it.
hope
I appreciate it. Yeah, talk to me.
I
Next time.
seriously hope.
Yeah.
Are you talking? Are you going to let me speak
No,
or
go ahead.
not?
Go ahead.
I seriously hope that the children that were with you don't have recurring nightmares, or don't, it doesn't affect them back the way, it's quite amazing, the ignorance of this man. When, I mean, I'm sure you've had terrible accidents over there on fairground rides.
Absolutely.
We've had awful ones, with people being thrown
Yeah.
off and all sorts of things. So for me to say that, I really did mean it. I would hate to think of any child being traumatized. And for him to sit there and laugh just shows that he just doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
He can't
Like, 'cause
comprehend that.
yeah, there was a young man who lost his life from St. Louis riding a ride in Florida. Like
Yeah.
those serious accidents happen. So for you to highlight like it's not a joking matter, like maybe, this wasn't the time, it's not like the crazy, it's not like super weird.
Oh, but according to him, I'm just weird. I'm the weird one. Um, Right. He may not be as worldly as Jam, but he's been exposed to other cultures. Yeah, maybe because yeah, has he? I mean, he's married to a
Well,
Latina, isn't he?
yeah.
So you should have imagined that he would understand a bit, but hey, this guy doesn't understand anything. Sadly, I really hope that.
Yeah.
You know, because to have an adult with them who is so preoccupied with being online is that it's got nothing to do with culture.
Right.
Nothing whatsoever to do with culture. But good try. I hope you feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're not going to play the video then?
No,
you're not going to play my video. You'd rather play some other person's video because they're laughing and joking about it.
We just heard you. We just heard what you said. That's what you said, right?
You haven't played the video though, have you?
What's the
I wonder
difference in what
why.
the video's gonna say between what you just said?
Oh my God, I got him good and proper in this, didn't I? Okay, Capone, thanks for coming in, darling. Take care of yourself. See you next time. Why? Maybe because it hit it hit a nerve, did it?
It didn't.
Speechless.
Yeah.
Honestly, he doesn't know what to say. I don't know what Go on, Bridge.
No, I didn't say anything. That was Edna.
Oh, sorry,
I thought
Edna.
you were going to say something.
Oh, no,
I wasn't. No. Oh, okay.
You know what? I need to find me 2 English girls to come up with me. You're Americans and your culture. I'm sick of it. Oh, Lord. Did it?
Nope. It didn't.
No.
So was that?
Okay, let's move on from that.
Sure.
Let's move on to 16-year-old girls, shall we? Shall we? Look, and your explanation for you and your mates.
Oh, my mates. Oh, man.
Meeting up with who you think are 16-year-old girls, but in actual fact they we don't know. It doesn't matter. But sorry, Edna.
And I was just thinking, and this is when he really knew he effed up.
He was like, oh God, I can't believe she said that. I just thought I'm going to use this opportunity just to call him out because I'm just fed up with all the smugness and the lies and the twists and everything that he gets away with. He's not going to get away with it with me. Let's talk about that because
world.
I'm conflicted. And the reason I'm conflicted is 1 minute you're saying 16-year-old girls are children. Yeah, remember saying that? Then the next minute,
you said
a video surfaces.
Yeah, surfaces.
And the next minute, a video surfaces of you and your buddies out and about, and you getting all hyper because you think there's 16-year-old girls there. Do you want to explain that to me?
Getting all hyper because we think they're 16. Again, like I said, I already went over this. Nobody was getting hyped over no 16-year-old girls there.
Oh, yes, you were. Oh, yes, you were.
So I didn't.
Sorry, what you saying, Bridge?
I was going to say, I didn't see his explanation of everything, but from what I heard, within his explanation, he said he was trying to hype everything up.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I've heard a bit of it, and he was like, yeah, it was something about he was hyping them up on purpose, but then why would he be?
Right.
Especially as he was in his late 20s at the time. So what's to hype up?
Exactly. What's so funny about a 20-year-old dating a 16-year-old?
Exactly. But he was in his late 20s then, because it was only 14 years ago or something. Thanks for bringing this
well,
up.
let me not put too much on it, not dating, but even talking to.
Sorry, Edna, say that again. I was talking. Sorry.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just saying, like, maybe not, like, I don't want to say dating because I put a lot on there, but just talking to, like, why are you hyping up the situation where you think a 20-something-year-old is talking up a 16-year-old? That's weird behavior.
Yeah, exactly. It just seems really weird to me, and I didn't bother watching his response to it because I knew it was just going to be word salad. But it's like, how can you be so hypocritical when, especially recently, people have been speaking out on, about that specific age group, and I've been made to sound as if I'm some sort of nutter because, I've explained, and I'm not going to go through it all again, but I've explained how sometimes things do happen. So for this to come out now, it's like he needs a jolly good reason. And he needs some honesty because most people can see that he's not being honest here. Sorry, Bali, I missed you. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw this because he attacked you. Yeah, I know he did. When you didn't have anything to do with minors, age 16, like he's throwing easy around here in this video. Exactly. And also, he also said that, I'm in my 40s now, and I just look at 16-year-olds as being children. And I'm like, seriously?
What does that mean? When he was like 25, he didn't see them as children?
He was like 28, 29. And I'm just like,
so when you were 28, 16 wasn't a child, but now that you're 40, 16 is a child.
Right.
Yeah. Probably because his children are getting near that age.
Right.
I
And
mean,
he's trying to think, I don't want anybody talking to my child like that.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. How would he feel if that was one of his kids? And these, 20-year-old men were coming up to him or coming up to them. I think it's disgusting. And he was hyped up about it. And I think at that time, you were about 20, you were late 20s, yeah? Were you married at that time?
God.
So he's got nothing to say.
So to answer the question, yes, he was married at that time.
Yeah. So he should be bloody ashamed of himself. And the thing is, he can always say, oh, yeah, but, it was my friend. Someone was, one of the girls said that he looked good or something or other. But why then go in search of these girls?
Right.
Because that's what they did.
Right.
But you're the widow. He's looking for no, I'm saying you're the weirdo, but he's going around at this convention or whatever looking for 16-year-old girls.
Yes. To prove that they're not 16, as he said. They were looking for them to prove that they weren't 16. It's like, can you hear yourself, man? Happened. Cat got your tongue.
I'm letting you talk because I just want to prove to everybody in the chat and to the world how sick you are. That
to the world. He's speaking to the world, everyone.
He's the king of girl world.
Speaking to the world. I mean, he talks about my numbers and they are poor, but you know what? I don't care because I love putting videos together. I love coming on here and chatting with the girls and chatting with people in chat. I'm happy doing that, but it's like a pastime to me because I do have a life away from here. But the way I just can't get over the audacity of somebody like this who can try and then paint me as being the weirdo. It's like, really? I just have to laugh at him. It's insane.
That's what I'm doing, right?
I'm the sick one, yeah?
You know that.
Because
that's what I'm
I'm the one that goes out with my girlfriends when I'm in my 20s and gets all excited because there's 16-year-old boys around. Can you imagine doing that, girls? Can you imagine doing that, like in your 20s?
Absolutely
going
not.
out with your girls, right? And then you see a group of young guys who are obviously underage. I mean, what would you do? You just bloody ignore them,
Right.
wouldn't you?
Right.
Yeah.
And even if they, you know, tried to speak to you, you'd have nothing to do with them.
Right.
But him and his pals followed these people around. Followed these young girls around. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, I'm the one. Yeah.
Well, is that
yeah, you're a bit stuck for words, aren't you? Isn't your chat
Pat's
hyping you up?
donated $10 through Super Chat. YOMAMA is a good dad. He's making fond memories
Is
for the
he?
kids.
Exactly.
And
Is
YOMAMA
he?
knows there is
How
life
was he
outside.
that made me laugh, actually. And somebody put, yeah, Mama is a good dad. How have you seen him being a good dad? I mean, come
You know,
on.
I'll give it to him. He did, you know, he said that he has this outing for all his children and all their friends. He probably put down a couple of hundred, I know he put down some money for that date. And I'm sure it was a great experience. I remember dates like that. I'm not like I'll give him kudos for that for sure. But also he's not perfect and he's misstepped.
It's all well and good saying, yeah, well, I'm taking them here and I'm taking them there and I'm spending that much money and I'm spent that. That's got nothing to do with being a good father. Anybody can do that. Being a good father is being in tune with your kids. And even if you haven't got the money to take them to all these, these fairgrounds and to the zoo and everything like that, being a good father is spending time with your children.
Yeah.
And building a relationship with your children. It's got nothing to do with being taken on day outs. It really hasn't. And it's like my son-in-law, my son-in-law takes my grandson to every football match he can possibly take him to. And I love that. And I always say to him, you're building such good memories for that boy, because he's always going to remember his dad taking him to football matches. And yeah, okay, football is quite expensive nowadays, but it's not about taking them for days out. It's about spending time and looking after them. If you're taking them out and you're even worried, you should be worried about how your child feels about being stuck on a roller coaster, whether he likes it or not. You should be in tune with your children. Listen, I've worked with enough damaged children to know how important it is to have not only a mother that they can speak to, but also a father. And some people aren't lucky enough to have that. But I understand he then did a whole itinerary of what he was doing for the rest of the week with his kids. That means bugger all. It means bugger all if you have no sense of, or you're not teaching your children anything.
Oh, because I was thinking about the money situation. Because when I was younger, my one of my cousins said that my dad was trying to buy me love or buy my love or something like that, because he would always give me money. But then he like gives me money just to give me money. And every now and then he'll write me a check and just send it in the mail. And I'll throw it in the back of my car, not thinking about it. One day I was cleaning out my car. and there's envelopes, and there's checks like over the years. Like my car is junky. I'm cleaning it out, and I told my dad, I said, I done found about $7,000 worth of checks.
Oh my God!
Cash. I didn't cash. I was like, I'm about to cash them all right now. He was like, do not cash those checks.
Oh dear. Yes.
Like some people do use money as a way to show their love. It's a healthier way than, trying to feed somebody or, yeah.
It means nothing. It means nothing.
Yeah,
It really
you don't think
doesn't.
so?
It's about having that time. It's about when, if his kids, I don't know if he films from his garage or wherever he is, but it's like, if the kids are coming to look for him, they're obviously missing him. What are you doing,
Yeah.
Dad? You've been in here for 2 hours,
Mm-hmm.
and just finish the live stream and go and spend time with them. That's what it's about, It's
Mm-hmm.
you can't just say, "Oh, well, I took them to the fair the other day, so I'm now going to lock myself away in the shed for 4 hours because I
Right.
want to live stream." You can't do that with children. As Hippie says, play a game with your children, watch a movie, build something, memories.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I'm very in tune with building memories with my kids, and I love it. As old as my kids are now, they still remember, and it's not always the big things they remember. It's the little things,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, "Oh God, do you remember that?" And yeah, it's important. And I think it's important to try and give your kids as happy a childhood as you possibly can. That's what I wish for
Mhm.
all kids. And then you've got people who say, "Oh, she doesn't care about kids. She's not either." You haven't got a bloody clue. I ain't got a bloody clue. What's this, Barley? If I were to choose to be born ugly and without legs, but in a nice, loving family, I would pick that over being pretty and from a wealthy family that is emotionally abusive.
Mm-hmm.
I completely understand that, Barley. That's a really good point to make. 100%. Money isn't everything. And taking your kids, what's the point of taking your kids on a great day out if they think they're going to die in the middle of it, and you're not there to show them any sort of empathy or sympathy? Do you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? What's the
Mm-hmm.
point? Forget it, man. Anyway, we're going to finish in a minute. It was just
You
another
know what?
point I wanted.
Okay.
Yeah, go on, because I want to go and get a drink. So you speak now, and I'll go and get a drink quickly.
I was just gonna say, you never know what, event or something might trigger a trauma for a child, or,
Mm-hmm.
might become something that turns into a phobia or what have you. And maybe, it's nothing, maybe they weren't thinking anything of it, blah, blah, blah. But I can imagine it, like, I have a fear of heights. And I've been on roller coasters as a kid. Like, I never, like, didn't do something because I was scared. But had I got stuck on it, roller
Mm-hmm.
coaster, that would have definitely been traumatic. And I don't know if I would have been crying or whatever. But, it's like you maybe not, if you don't have, like Jen has a point, if you don't have that relationship with your children, or if you're not building those deeper relationships, you might not be able to identify that and leave something like that unchecked.
And I think that was Jan's whole point when she did her video. She said in there that could be a triggering experience and could later develop into a phobia. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah, it is, and I stand by that. I mean, I can still remember a recurring dream I had when I was about 11, and I think I've spoken on it about. It was about the dwarf that chased me all over town on a tricycle, and I've always remembered it, and I can remember every second of that dream, and it was a recurring dream over and over and over, to the point that it's actually embedded in my mind. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I did say that, I did really mean that, because I really don't feel, and it's not for me. Well, it is for me to talk. It's my channel. It's my view.
And
I think that people that like him have shown that they don't understand the mind of a child.
Mm-hmm.
And as somebody who has, not only worked with children for many years, I've also had my own children, I've got my grandchildren, and I had a very troubled upbringing as a child. So I can fully understand how things can trigger children. And when I
Mm-hmm.
said that I hope
Mhm.
none of his kids or any of the kids on that ride um and have not been traumatized, it's not something to laugh at, you
Mm-hmm.
know. Um
Yeah.
Bali said, I want to cry when I see YouTubers streaming hours when they have kids. Why not spend that time with the kids if you have them? I always prioritize Steve, my life, and so on before YouTube. You do. I've quite often heard you. Well, last night you were sort of running up with the food for Steve, weren't you? Which I thought was good. Good for you, Bali.
I think it's sweet how she takes care of Steve.
Sorry?
I said I think it's really sweet how she takes care of Steve, because I know people, they made like I've seen comments that people have made about their relationship, but
No,
I see something
she looks
different.
after her man. Anyway,
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know whether we really want to, he's obviously had a break then, but after a while, there was a bit I wanted to show where he tries to twist it around and say that I'm calling him a predator. So if I can find that, great. But if not, I think we'll go in
YouTube
that.
too. Go touch grass.
How has he shown that he's a good dad? I tell you, if one of my members of my family were out with my children, do nothing with Hussey. I do nothing with that disgusting creature.
You didn't say the man was at a
that
park.
you like.
You didn't use the same.
Right, so there's this bit where he's now going to throw Hussey in the mix. Hussey had nothing to do with this, but he's going to throw him in the mix. So let's see. Hang on, go back a wee bit more.
Knows there's life
How has he
outside
shown
YouTube
that?
too. Go touch grass.
How has he shown that he's a good dad? I tell you, if one of my members of my family were out with my children, I skip that bit. Right, even if it's over here and it's in a different culture, right, and they were stuck on a ride and they decided that rather than, okay, if we finish with all the little jingly music, no, okay, how do you think I'd feel? And it's got nothing to do with, look, it's not even interested. He's not interested in the slightest. What a pathetic human being.
A better thing would have just been to say, you know what, Jan? I think we've talked long enough. You have a great rest of your day. Like, excuse you. But to sit up here and to play this act, it's not cute. It's not funny.
No. It's vile, really. But I will always call him out, and I'll call out anyone if I feel that, they deserve it. Okay? And if either of my boys, when they were out, got all giddy, a Hussey bit, because there was...
Listen.
Yeah. Answer me, little man. I was going to say you look like Tina Turner, but that would be an absolute insult to an icon.
Now we're talking about looks. Okay, little man and all that. Okay. Now again, I think you need serious help. I think you're kind of sick in the head.
I'm the one that needs serious help. Okay, how do I need help?
I mean, you're talking.
Tell me about it.
I'll let you talk, but I'll let you.
The nerve of him after his behavior.
This is the gaslighting. This is the gaslighting.
Yeah.
Oh, you're crazy. You're crazy for bringing this stuff up.
Yeah.
You're insane. What?
Yeah, I know.
And if she was so crazy, why did you bring her on panel?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, are you making fun of the crazy? You thought this was going to be a good laugh to make fun of somebody who's mentally ill?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what you and your crew do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly it.
You talk. I'll let you talk. So let me just say, I think you really seriously need serious help, because I don't know who. I honestly don't know who hurt you on the internet by saying something about you that got you all bent out of shape and twisted. This is not a back and forth like you've done with Hussey and talked about.
I do nothing with Hussey. I do nothing with that disgusting creature.
You didn't say the man was at a park.
You
didn't use the same terminology that you use with him.
Yeah, can we pause it for a minute?
And you said,
listen, I get back and forth, the content, whatever. But for him to sit up here and act like that's not what it is when he literally just released the video before your panel. Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. He thinks,
What are we
I don't
talking about?
know. He must think that we're all stupid.
Mhm.
And you know,
I mean, obviously.
at the moment, he's got this baying mob in his chat. But you know, okay, you have at it. You know, I couldn't give a toss. I don't want those people. I wouldn't want those people in my chat. But to sit there and try and twist everything that this is all my fault, and you know, and what he's trying, why I wanted to get to this bit is because what he's trying to do now is say that I was unjustly coming for Hussey, and now I'm unjustly coming for him, which is absolute BS.
That he was at the park scoping out young girls just because he was at the park videotaping?
That bit. I've never said he was at the park scoping out young girls. So this is how
Maybe
he's
that was projection.
tentatively trying to link the two stories of, you know, of me, you know, telling him, or trying to talk to him about him chasing around after these 16-year-old girls. So he's trying to link those two stories together with the swimming pool story and say that I was accusing Hussey of, look, being there for young girls. We all know Hussey wouldn't be there for young girls.
I didn't want to say it, but like, I'm not going to say he's there for anything in particular. But
I mean, how stupid can you be? It's
right?
insane. But anyway, I'm glad I've had this opportunity to go over it with you. If it hadn't have taken us so long, I would have sort of, gone over the Gigi bit because I know what he was doing. I know what Gigi was doing. But it was just such a relief to have somebody there that could string a sentence together.
One of the things that really irks me is that your mama is saying, like, his whole point was to let you speak so he can let people see how crazy you are, that you're crazy, that you're mentally ill. So he's trying to shame you and trying to put you on display. He's trying to put mental illness on display to embarrass somebody. Like, that's sick. It's disgusting.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's what he's trying to do now, because I have spoken up about my mental illness before. I'm not ashamed of it. I manage it. I may think differently about something sometimes, but that's why it's quite nice to have you two girls here to put me straight sometimes. But even though I may have a mental illness, I don't act the way this person does.
And the thing too, he paints everybody with the same brush, just like he wouldn't let Lo and Tasha up on panel. He called them psychopaths. He said they were stalkers. They're sick too. I think he's even said that I was crazy. He does it to everybody.
Yeah. It's gaslighting, isn't it? When he's caught out on something, that's his defense, if you like. And things are different these days. Millions of people have mental illness, and most people live quite productive lives, even with mental illness, and can be successful in their lives. So to try and shame me because I've been open about my mental illness, is, it just shows him in a bad light, really. It doesn't show me. I'm more articulate than he could ever hope to be in his sad life, and I understand an awful lot more than he will ever do either. So he can keep his little haters over there. I'm not interested, but I am glad I had the opportunity to go over there and just tell him straight, and I think that he's not used to that. He's used to just being the clown, everybody laughing at him, nobody holding him to account. But I can see a change and in what people think of him, and I'm pleased about that. That makes me happy. I think good. Nobody likes a liar, you know. I certainly don't like a liar. So girlies, I think we're going to end there. I'm going to let you go. Thanks so much for coming on. As usual, you were great. Have a great weekend. You got any plans for the weekend?
Me, no.
No. You got any plans, Edna?
You know, I'm gonna be doing taxes until the 16th.
More taxes.
It's
Okay,
like go time.
well, thanks so much, girlies. You are
Mm.
lovely. I really appreciate you coming
Thank
up.
you. Oh, I do want to say something. It's no hate to your mama, you know, but it's just if you're gonna be the king of girl world, we hold the king to a certain standard. So let's do that.
I like that, Edna. Well said. And I want to say thanks to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. It's lovely that you stayed with us for such a long time tonight, Bali. Thanks also to Hippie and to Capone and to everybody else, Kimberlina, everybody else that came in. It was lovely to see you all. Thank you so much. And I want to say thank you to whoever clicks on this video. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you in the next one, but be sure to take care of yourselves out there, because trust me, it's a rotten old world. So until the next one, bye bye for now.